Welcome to the South Lake Charles Fit Body Bootcamp 2022 Little Black Dress Challenge. This is certainly a challenge that celebrates the strength and determination of women. Though men may be happy to jump in with their black slacks and are absolutely welcome. So welcome aboard as we take a step on this health journey. Before we delve into this, we want to inform you about the Fit Body Booking app. The app is going to allow you to book your sessions, make your session reservations, making sure your spot is held. Remember, if you can't make it, remove the reservation so other people can join in. So what is the goal of our 8-week challenge? It's really simple. It's to help you lose 1 to 2 dress sizes in an 8-week period. Up next, we are going to cover common fat loss mistakes, how to get the best results, and continuing your challenge. Becoming a member after completing your challenge. All right, so here we go with part 1. Common fat loss mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1 is going to be focusing on cardio. Here, we're going to look at the difference between cardio training and strength training. So the pros of cardio are simple. They raise your body temperature, they make you sweat, and they train your heart and endurance. Remember that cardio is cardiovascular training. So we're going to be training the heart and the lungs. The cons of just training cardio are going to be the calorie burn ends when the cardio ends. There's more time needed for more results, and cardio does not increase your metabolism because it's very unlikely that you're going to improve muscle mass. Now, the pros of strength training are you're going to burn calories 24 hours a day by improving muscle mass. It's going to tone and shape your body. You will increase your metabolism. However, the cons of strength training are that improper form can cause pain and injury. And a lot of ladies tend to think they will get big and bulky, which is very, very unlikely to happen. All right, next, we're gonna look at the difference between fat and muscle. What we're gonna do is play a game. So how many pounds do you think the woman on the screen has lost? It's probably gonna surprise you. All right, so Dina only lost 6 pounds. That is probably mind-blowing, but the main reason is because our weight number is not actually a great metric for fat loss. We're looking at a ratio of body fat to muscle mass. This is a matter of body recomposition. Though Dina obviously lost body fat, she gained muscle simultaneously, thus illustrating that weight is far less important than the body fat percentage. Essentially, she got rid of the fluffy pillows and added a few rocks. Mistake number 2 is going to be cutting out carbs. That is a big no-no. Carbs are not the enemy, regardless of what we have learned. Carbs help you to recover after your workout. They boost your immunity, and they are a huge source of energy. A lot of people cut carbs, and we hear them complain about being tired. So going too low on your carbs can cause headaches, low energy, and more soreness where your body is not recovering properly. Mistake number 3 is going to be unrealistic expectations. This is a big one. So when heading into our fitness journey with unrealistic expectations, we sabotage ourselves with the inability to meet those expectations. This can create a false sense of failure. You might hear crazy things like burn 1,000 calories in a single workout or lose 30 pounds in 30 days. Both of those things are very unlikely to happen. You can burn 1,000 calories in one workout, but there's a good chance that you'll be in a gym for 4 or 5 hours, and you probably don't want to be. Mistake number 2 is going to be comparing results. Comparison is the thief of joy. Everybody loses fat at different speeds, and multiple factors are involved. These are things like age, weight, work ethic, physical capability, lingering injuries, genetics, and a whole slew of other factors that can be taken into account. And some of them are actually difficult to gauge how much they are affecting each one of us individually. Huge tip number 2 is that weight is not the best way to track results. It's only one way to track, but not the best. We track weight and inches, and many things can affect weight. Here's a short list of some of the things that do, in fact, cause weight to fluctuate: hydration, dehydration, stress and cortisol levels, time of the month, time of the day, high sodium intake, and inflammation. We're going to get into part 2, and that's how to get the best results. Here, we are going to look at a gauge. We are going to start learning about homeostasis. Physiologically, our bodies work toward homeostasis. This is when we are balanced and stable. Our body is a brilliant machine, and chemical, biological, and physiological changes are interdependently made to adjust our bodies to perfect or near perfect equilibrium or balance. If we adequately work muscles, putting them into a position where they must adapt to the stress we place upon them, the body will make adjustments to adapt and return to homeostasis. In most situations, that is going to be utilizing muscles, and our body will inevitably rebuild that muscle, making it bigger and stronger. And of course, after having a lot of calories burned off, ipso facto, we're trying to burn body fat. We're trying to get our bodies to use that body fat and return again to homeostasis. Next, we're going to talk about the 3 pillars of fat loss. They are training, recovery, and nutrition. We're going to talk about a couple of tips here that'll really help you get to where you want to go. So really think about these and maybe even write them down. Pillar number 1 is going to be training. We want to aim for 3 to 4 workouts per week. And the next one is 2 very important factors. That is going to be intensity and consistency. We need to be as consistent as we possibly can, and we need to be trying to improve our intensity the entire time that we are fighting through our fitness journey. If we ever slack off on our intensity, that's where we hear people say they have met the dreaded plateau, which is not actually a real thing. It's usually that we ourselves are not willing to take it to the next level. All exercises have intense modifications. So modified does not mean easy. There is always a challenging way to perform an exercise, and we can be intense while avoiding injury or aggravating an existing injury. Next is going to be recovery. Here, we're going to talk about stressors. So aside from training hard, we need to make sure that during that training, we are training properly and that training is actually forcing our body to adapt. Recovery is pivotal, just as much as exercise itself. During recovery, our body buffers out lactic acid, the byproduct of energy production as our muscles work. We heal from soreness, and our body adapts to our exercise activity. This is an acclimation of the central nervous system, as well as our muscles and connective tissue. So make sure that you're getting adequate water, intaking carbs and protein, sleeping enough, and stretching. All of those things are going to equal better results. Recovery goals are as shown: 7 to 9 hours of sleep, half your body weight in ounces of water per day, 1 to 2 rest days. Rest does not mean sit on your couch and watch Netflix. This means walk, stretch, maybe do a little bit of yoga. And also low impact exercise can be recovery depending on the intensity of your standard exercise. Grab a book, maybe tap into a hobby, watch a funny movie, go walk outside, and spend some time with happy people. Those things will, in fact, help you to recover faster. Pillar number 3 is going to be nutrition. It is the biggest factor in fat loss. You cannot outwork a poor diet. You are what you eat, which means if you are taking in proper nutrients, especially when it comes to proteins, you will be more likely to have those things in your body free for your body to utilize during digestion and energy production. Control your environment, home, work, especially on the weekends. You don't want to work all week, busting your butt in the gym just to go to the casino or to a party on a weekend and ruin everything that you've done. So here we're going to talk about elimination diets. Elimination diets can work, and you can actually see phenomenal results, and you can learn about your body too. Elimination diets remove a food group believed to cause adverse reactions, referred to as food intolerances. This can also be the idea of taking in salty foods and finding inflammation in the joints. If you eliminate those foods from your diet for a short amount of time, you might find that some of these issues are resolved. Other side effects can include headaches, bloating, skin issues, digestive problems, weight gain, and more. A big example is going to be lactose intolerance. Some people are just allergic to lactose and might break out and find that they have poor gut health, and they confuse that with lactose intolerance as opposed to being allergic. This is a reason why elimination diets work for a lot of people. You can really find out what your body wants to be digesting and eating. This is real simple. On the left side of the screen, you're going to see meat, fish, eggs, veggie, fruit, and healthy fats. Eat those things. You take a second, maybe take a screenshot of this graph and see the foods that you should be taking in. On the other hand, these are foods that we want to remove. And remember, with elimination diets, we want to take our time. We want to remove foods slowly, methodically, and with a process. This means do not stop eating all of these foods in a single day. That could have adverse effects. So here is a list of how we are going to prepare to start either removing or adding foods, where you start grocery shopping for some of these foods that maybe you do not have. And then from week 1 to 4, you can start eliminating the second list of foods. That's going to be the majority of your dairy products, heavy grains, especially those that are very, very processed, sugars and alcohol. And then later on, we can reintroduce some of these foods that we have found did not have the effect on our body that we thought. Then there's also a non-elimination diet approach. This is real simple. Increase protein, reduce your processed foods, meal prep on your struggle meals. If you are struggling at breakfast, let's say you're a teacher or a nurse and you know you have issues with eating at certain times of the day. You say, well, I just don't eat breakfast because I don't have time. Meal prep those struggle meals. A lot of people attempt to meal prep their entire life, and then they say, I don't have time to meal prep. I can't get that done. Well, if you can get one meal prepped per day, maybe try that instead of trying to meal prep everything that you eat. Make things easy for you. We are going to be having a protein sale. You can mix and match on all of our protein products here. We use a brand name Ascent. We have some fantastic flavors. It's going to be chocolate milkshake, vanilla cake, cappuccino, and a few other flavors are going to be coming out as well. Now, you will find that you have a support system here at Fit Body Bootcamp with your coaches. You can chat before and after sessions, and there will be nutrition training, challenges, and of course, we're going to have, approved foods. Now, as far as success goes, you are going to be receiving weekly texts from us, a few emails, and then of course, we would love a progress report from you. If your coach asks you how you're doing, we would love to know how you're doing in your everyday life, but we also want to know how you're doing in your fitness goals. We are going to be the hound dog. We're going to stay leashed up. We're not going to bother you too much if you're showing up for your workouts. You're letting us know what's going on. But we will become unleashed, and you will be getting some text message calls or even direct messages if we don't see you often enough. All right, we do have additional parking out back. We ask that you please keep the mats and the carpet clean. Nobody wants to roll around in your dirt. So if you do wear shoes throughout the day, please come in your workout shoes, or even come in off the street in your regular shoes and switch into your workout shoes so we can keep the floor clean. Try to be on time, if not early. Make sure to reserve your session through the Fit Body Booking app. And yes, kids are welcome. Maybe not to work out, but at least to hang out and watch you get your butt kicked. Part 3, what happens after the challenge ends? 94% of challengers decide to become a member, and that's what we hope that you do. But here's why. You are going to see results. We're going to make sure that we rebuild your metabolism. We care more than other gyms. We have a positive, encouraging group of people here at the gym. And you get to keep the carbs in the diet, just less so than you were before. And it's only $34 per week to continue after the challenge. So please let us know if you would like to continue as a member. There is no obligation to continue after the trial. We aim to deliver the best results you can possibly get. Your coach will lock in the pricing on week 4 if you would like to continue. And there is a 30-day love it or leave it guarantee. We really hope in those 30 days, you see some results and you absolutely love it and hang out with us. If there are any questions, we are so excited to have you and to answer those questions if needed. So please tap a coach on the shoulder whenever needed and ask away. We're always available for you. All right. And with that, we hope to see you on your first session come Monday or whenever you are going to begin. Get in here, learn the ropes, sweat it out, and we will see you as you continue on your fitness journey. Thank you very much.